And have you even, and now with that being said, because you've got a suite and you've got that flexibility at all of your sites to likely pivot as well,
Yeah.
right? Because maybe the demand for a long time needed a smelter. Now it's switching to more Albion. Like, are you guys seeing those transitions take place?
We are actually, and I would say probably more so now than ever. And with the Trump administration, tariffs, those sorts of things, particularly on our trading side, we're getting a lot of feedback that we're likely to see a lot more wanting to make metal in country. So a lot of regions now are concerned about, if all of a sudden you're having to make a concentrate and you're sending it to, say, China or wherever it's going to get processed, there's a lot of uncertainty. Is all of a sudden, is there going to be a whole lot of tariffs or taxes or something applied to that concentrate, which risks the viability of your processing plant? Because if you can't sell your concentrate or you don't get the terms, and all of a sudden your balance sheet looks pretty unstable or uncertain. So I think there's a lot of push towards doing that, and so I think again we're positioned really well for that space. Yeah.
I mean, you want to have that option to be as collaborative as you can be, multi-country, or as independent as you can be as a country, which is a nice token to to be able to, a nice chip to be able to play when you need it. Right?
And I think we had sometimes it's good to start with the concentrator because that's the lowest capital. Making a concentrate and selling that. Right. But then you can, as you make cash flow and as investors are happy, then you can move on to potentially making metal in the region or within that company. So there's a nice little way to step through it, which sort of minimizes the risk to investors, and also to ensure you're getting your cash flow and starting to get that or lack of debt reduction. So yeah.
And earlier on, you talked about how you've got a mission to push innovation for the sector as a whole, not only to to solidify how things are happening at Glencore and how you operate as a company in Glencore, but at scale. Right. So, are you able to share a little bit about what's in it for the audience that are listening in and saying, "Hey, I really want to start taking a look at this technology and take advantage of it"?
Yeah.
Is this an open an open service? Or?
So Glencore Technology is basically unique. There's no company like us in the world in terms of how we operate. We essentially operate independent. We're within Glencore. However, we have quite a lot of autonomy in terms of how we operate. We essentially run our own P&L. We return a profit to Glencore. We're not seen as an overhead at all, yet we're very, very innovative. And we return those technologies and obviously things to Glencore and service all their operations. But the big difference is probably 90% of our business is external to the market. Right. It's almost it's like a charity, but one of the great things about working for Glencore is that they're willing to share those learnings and leading edge innovations with the entire industry, which benefits obviously the mining companies, but also benefits communities because we're maximizing extraction of the ore body, making sure they get the best value for their products and things in the ground, their resources, which are obviously really critical to each country. So, yeah.